Hi, and thanks again for working with me through these series of videos. I figure this is a lot better than a 20-page email coming out. I hope it's been a blessing for you to be able to hear a little bit about what God is doing. In this video, I want to go into quite a bit more detail on what exactly I'll be doing as a regional director for LEAD222. LEAD's mission is to see youth ministry culture change. And through mentoring and coaching youth pastors, we think that if we can get 1,000 youth pastors to be coaching another 1,000 youth pastors, that would give us 2,000 youth pastors involved in our network. If you add to that, then that the average youth ministry size is about 50 students, that would give us an impact of 100,000 students, and our goal is that in the next 4 years. And if we can do that, we feel like we would have a voice in youth ministry culture to be able to speak into that and to bring a culture of mentorship and older teaching the younger and really intentional discipleship into that, so that, like Paul said to Timothy in 2 Timothy 2:2, that we want to see faithful people being entrusted with what has been entrusted to them, faithful people being entrusted to teach to others. And if we can do that at the youth pastor level and down at the student level, we feel like we're going to be able to affect youth ministry culture. For me, my role in the regional director is to find youth pastors who, first of all, want to be coached, but then second, who are willing to, after being coached, to turn around and be a coach for another youth pastor. And if we can do that, the ministry of multiplication will begin to take place, and my team here in this region will begin to expand and will be able to reach more and more youth pastors, and as a result, more and more students. And God willing, we see the current of students walking away from the church or even walking away from their faith after high school. We see that current begin to shift in a very positive way. Some of the other things that I'm going to get to do is LEAD facilitates in the summers. They facilitate camps and short-term missions experiences. So I'll be able to go and speak at some of those camps. I'm also going to be able to facilitate short-term mission trips. One of them ideally here in the Twin Cities area and potentially different places around the country and internationally, where these youth pastors who are being coached will be able to bring their students, and while doing the camp activities or doing the mission work in the evenings, there'll be a very intentional training in training the students in the same things that the youth pastors have been coached on for that year. So it's a very exciting way to be able to weave together the students and the youth pastors, and for me personally, to be able to do that in environments that I'm very familiar with and been doing for years already. LEAD also facilitates day-long and half-day trainings for youth pastors, for networks of youth pastors, for volunteer leader teams, for whole churches about how to create this mentorship culture in your church, how to take care of home field, which is your family, and making sure that families are strong. And I'm going to be able to participate in those things as well. Actually, the regional director kind of concept for LEAD is a somewhat new thing, so I'm also going to be one of the first regional directors. I think at this point there are 4 of us, and we're going to be really helping shape and create the culture within LEAD about what does it look like for a regional director to really own and win a region. And so I'm just really excited to be able to leverage the relationships with youth pastors that I've built over the last 12 years in the Woodbury area and the last year and a half around the Twin Cities, to invite them into something like this, to be able to have systems and tools at my fingertips that are already existing, that I can just come alongside and serve and support them and love them and watch them grow into being maximum effective for God's kingdom. So again, thank you for the part that you're playing in this, through your prayers, through your support, through your encouragement. I actually invite you to check out lead222.com, and you'll be able to read up a lot more on the ministry of LEAD. And in time, I'm sure that I'll have a little blurb on there about myself, but you'll be able to see that. And if you're a youth pastor, count on getting contacted from me, but also invite you to check it out and even initiate that conversation too about how we can work together to see youth ministry culture change and to see young people stay with their faith when they leave home. Thank you.